WWDC is less than 2 weeks away, and we're getting a little bit more information on a certain product that just seems to be neglected by Apple, and that's the Apple TV. Now, I feel like it's been a long time since Apple TV got proper stage time, or even tvOS for that matter, with a new set of features, or even a software or hardware redesign. And recent rumors coming from Bloomberg's Mark Gurman seem to indicate that at least tvOS 19 will be receiving a lot of the visual huge changes that are coming to all the other platforms like iOS 19, iPadOS 19, macOS, etc. We've talked a lot about these changes over the last couple of months, but there's supposed to be sort of a heavy emphasis on translucency and in some cases, some of that frosted glass look. Now, it's evident in the event invites, and it's also all along the imagery for WWDC, and there have been lots of signs of this UI popping up over the last couple of years. visionOS is the main source of this inspiration here, with its translucent menus and floating windows, and there's actually a hint of this in tvOS as we speak. So if you're inside of the Apple TV Plus app here, you can access a floating translucent menu bar to quickly showcase the rest of the other options inside that app to choose from. And it seems as if Apple might be bringing this type of design to the rest of the UI. I mean, I've talked about it a lot. You can see it inside of the Sports app or in the new Invites app. You get a lot of that visionOS translucent type vibes. Mark Gurman previously revealed that iOS 19's new design is codenamed Solarium, which is a room with glass walls that allow sunlight. The codename could hint at the more translucent menus and buttons that are expected across iOS 19 and again all of the other software platforms that are going to be updated and announced during WWDC 2025. Now personally, this platform is in desperate need of a new coat of paint and some new features, so I'm happy to see that this design change will trickle on down to the Apple TV and tvOS. We're also expecting a new Apple TV hardware to be released later this year, and while no major design changes have been rumored specifically, Mark Gurman has said that Apple's been considering a built-in camera to a future model. tvOS 17 added a FaceTime app to the Apple TV, allowing users to have video calls by using the rear camera on a connected iPhone or iPad. If the Apple TV were to gain a built-in camera, users would no longer need to rely on an external device for video calls on the TV. And this could be super useful for those who, families at home doing FaceTime on a larger screen so that everybody can be a part of the call. Or where I've seen this a lot is in offices, conference rooms. Apple TVs are very prevalent there, and this could really boost that and be the next big thing for conference rooms, if it hasn't been already. Even though it will still look largely the same on the outside, it's what's on the inside that will be getting better, as it's rumored to feature faster Wi-Fi support. Now, we've had a lot of rumors over the last 6 to 8 months, all signs pointing to at least Wi-Fi 6E, but recently we've heard that it might get even Wi-Fi 7 support. Unsurprisingly, the next Apple TV is also just expected to get a newer chip for faster performance, which is kind of the biggest thing here. We've been stuck on the A15 for quite some time, which is what you currently have in the Apple TV boxes, and we could perhaps see the A17 Pro, which was first launched alongside the iPhone 15 Pro models. This would give users the ability to play console-quality games and would include hardware-accelerated ray tracing for the first time and support several console-like games like Resident Evil 4 and Death Stranding. So imagine being able to just pair your Bluetooth controller and have console-quality graphics on the Apple TV without having a big box to have to hook up to your TV. That could be really, really cool. Now, it's also worth noting that the A17 Pro could be a bit on the pricey side, so if Apple's not going to include that, they might have to pivot to something else in efforts to keep the costs down, because that was another thing that was really rumored for the next generation, is that it was going to be priced even lower than what it is currently. But I really hope that it can be updated somehow to at least have support for Apple Intelligence. I personally would love to see specific Apple Intelligence features built for the Apple TV and tvOS, so we can see some of those features that other companies like Amazon and the Amazon Fire TV and its AI-specific features, we can kind of get something like that, where you get better content, better search results, better suggestions using AI and some of your personal data, like what you like to watch and, have on your TV at times. Apple still plans to offer Thread and Matter integration for the Apple TV, making it a home hub for smart home products, which it currently is, and we'll keep getting that in the future. As far as the release date, this new device is rumored to be late 2025, so you're looking at September to December timeframe. I believe the last one was like end of October, bleeding into November, but if you're looking to upgrade and you're hoping for a better chip for console level graphics and performance when gaming and maybe even that camera feature that we talked about, I would probably hold off just a little bit on upgrading, but if you don't care about any of that, then go ahead and pick one up now. You're probably going to get that big update that's coming, at least from the tvOS perspective, in the next few months. But I'd love to hear from you in the comments down below. What do you think? What are you hoping for? And what kind of features do you want Apple to implement into the tvOS operating system and in terms of hardware for Apple TV? Let me know in the comments down below. This is Dan with MacRumors. Thanks so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you around in the next video.